What is up, planet? It is the Priest, and I'm back with another pick a card reading and your predictions for July 2020. Finally, I have been sick, dealing with allergies, and it has been pretty crazy, and Mercury retrograde on top of that. So I just want to thank you guys all for your response on the community tab and just sending your positive vibes and prayers, uplifting messages to me. I really do appreciate that. And then before I get started, I wanted to do something a little different. I just really wanted to thank all of you guys out there who are doing any type of light working, any type of inspirational work such as this, other tarot readers. I just really wanted to send my positive vibes back to everyone who does decide to watch my pick a card reading, who is also another reader and another YouTuber, because this type of work, I'm saying, like, it's a lot, but it is worth it. It is so worth it because we get to be a part of your guys' journey and you get to be a part of ours. So I just wanted to send out all of my gratitude to all of you who are doing tarot and are YouTubers, because I am very appreciative of not being the only one on the front line. Right now, there's an entire spiritual awakening happening in the world, and it's shifting very rapidly. So I'm really excited to get into today's message and talk a little bit more about what I'm seeing for this month, July 2020. And most importantly, thank you for being so patient. So shout out to all my new subscribers, all of my old subscribers who have been reaching out, anxious to get to this video. Thank you guys for keeping me on my toes and also uplifting me. Any other announcements that I have going on, you can check my description box below or my website, The Tarot Priest. I have a soul journey webinar that I do every month, so please do look into that on my website at The Tarot Priest. Last but not least, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at The Tarot Priest. All right, so I have 4 different decks for you to choose from. Again, the question really is, what can we expect for July 2020? We have group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. All right, let's hop into today's reading and see what you can expect for the month of July 2020. All right, if you guys chose deck number 1, this is your reading and what to expect for the month of July. Also, I wanted to point out something before we get into your reading. This is going to be a pretty extensive reading. I'm already feeling like there's a lot of messages for each deck. And so I want to take the time to talk about this stone. This stone is more so resonating with the crown chakra. So this is going to be all about intuition and inner knowing. So it seems like deck number 1, I don't like to use the word responsibility, but it's almost like just a part of who you're becoming in July is to become more in tune with your intuition. So, July 2020 for the people who chose this stone. Okay, so it seems like in July, deck number 1, you're becoming much more wholesome in who you are. There's a lot about yourself that you have yet to discover. In July, there's going to be a lot of revealing. And also, I'm feeling more balance in your life. There is a lot of untapped power that you have, is what they're saying. And when I say power, I'm not like power taking over the world. This is like the power to create your own reality. And it seems like there are things that you've been manifesting in your life unconsciously or just subconsciously, not being really aware of the things that you're attracting. And it is because of who you are. There is a inner guidance that you have that you are currently flowering and opening up to become more complete. So July 2020 for you is about completion, is what it feels like. But, you know, we haven't even got into the reading, so let's just see what's here. I just wanted to kind of see who you were becoming and what exactly in your life was going on that's going to be making a big impact. It's almost creating a need for you to change your perspective on things. There's a lot of love in July for yourself, and also becoming more in tune with your emotions and how you feel. and how to handle them. So you're becoming the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Obviously, we don't take the gender with the card. So this is more of a feminine energy of nurturing things. But again, I don't know why I keep feeling like it's about nurturing yourself, nurturing oneself. In order to do this, it's about changing your perspective. Deck number 1, also what they're showing me is like, you know, when people say I'm working on myself, I'm spending time to myself, in July 2020, this is more of the deeper things. This is not like the shallow surface things, taking yourself to dinner, you know, doing a ladies' day. This is not that type of self-love. This is a deeper love for who you are. So in July, a lot of revealings about you are going to happen. They're saying very closely to pay attention to your reality and the things that are transpiring so that you can learn more about yourself. So it is pretty deep. It's like nothing is by coincidence in July for you. And it, again, what it's doing is it's revealing who you are, your inner self. Okay. Past lives. The Fool card. And maturity. Again, this is the Queen of Pentacles. So with this, again, we have 3 queens now. And remember I said completion? This is like having completion is emotionally balanced, headstrong balanced, mentally balanced, financially balanced. The only thing that we're missing here is energy. So the only queen that is not here is the Queen of Wands. And so again, what's happening is I see a lot of cutting of the cords in July 2020. Things that are no longer surcharging your energy or adding to it. The things that are draining your energy are going to also be cut. These things that were attached to you, some of this is through people, some of this is through jobs, but specifically it is your perspective. It is the way you see things in this world. There needs to be a little bit of a balance with the things in your life that you enjoy and what you feel like you have to do. And I'm going to explain a little bit more of that. The energy, in July, how to enhance your energy or raise your vibration is going to be doing new things. With the Fool card, this is about taking leaps of faith, doing something differently. It's more so of like, I don't really have anything to lose, so why not? That is kind of what the universe is saying is, what do you have to lose? You have more to gain in completion, coming into your whole self and balancing every single element. The only thing that is missing is, again, the energetic element of the wands. So we have the Great Gathering, intuition hits, soul tribe. So it's all coming together is what the card says. Again, everything in July, you're going to start seeing the picture, right? So you've been kind of piecing things together, getting intrigued by higher self awakenings, getting intrigued into more spiritual things in your life, whereas probably a year prior you would have never even asked the questions you asked today. This is a level of maturity for sure, but it is waking up to who you are intuitively, your soul. So in July, it's about your soul. What is feeding your soul? What feeds your soul is not what's going to feed your body, and vice versa. So again, it's about everything coming together. So it's like if you were to get out of the shower and there's fog on the mirror and you just wipe it a little bit, you can see, but not entirely. It's like, oh, okay, that's starting to make sense. But it's not entirely being shown in July. I feel like this is going to be more of August or September. You're going to start seeing it even more vividly. Again, where you're coming to like closing out of the things that were no longer feeding your spirit and your soul. This is the soul work. July and this year 2020 is about soul work. And that's why a lot of people are not understanding it, is because it's not about intellectual things or how many books you read. It's really about just being in tune with yourself and your soul and your heart. So yeah. All right, what do you need to release? This is again all about energy. So we're going to be focusing a lot on energy in July. Also, if you are celebrating a birthday, happy birthday, because I see a few of you are celebrating birthdays this month. But again, we have mirror what or who is triggering you. What do you need to release? So again, your finances, you're learning about releasing things that are not triggering you. And also mentally, you're just learning about how to release everything equally so that there is a balance here. So there is a need to release something. Let's see what that something is. There is a heavy need to release beliefs, limiting beliefs, doubts, and fears. It is the purge of fears for you in July. And some of that has to do with having to release things or people or circumstances that are no longer serving your soul. Again, remember that it is going to be about your soul in July 2020. So we have Taurus energy here on the board. You don't have to be, but the Hierophant is about questioning your beliefs, unplugging from the matrix, unplugging from the worldly views, okay? Because the world has an opinion about spirituality, and you're going to be really tested in the month of July on what you believe and what you're grounded in, the beliefs that you're grounded in, specifically around spirituality. Again, spirituality is a fancier word for being in tune with your soul. Nothing more, nothing less. So I don't want you to feel like this is like some craziness. It's really about what is happening for you. Okay, so a lot is going to be released in July. It's going to feel like, what the heck is going on? This is happening. Whoa. Well, you have a lot of past life karmic energy, a lot of lessons that you're learning in this lifetime that were not completed in the last lifetime. There are certain things about the world now that are different. So you're being challenged to change the way you see things. It's a lot of triggering within yourself, but also understanding that it's happening for you and not to you. So it's almost like you're being even more vulnerable this month in July of just releasing. And just when you feel like you've released it all, it's that last push. And it's like the cycle or the cord is being cut. It's very deep spiritual things. That's why I said with this stone, if you were gravitating towards it, this is about the crown chakra. This is to know about truth. To know about truth. Okay, we have the Fool here now twice. So there is a need to take a leap, and sometimes the leap is not a literal jump, it's a cut. It's a release. That is a leap of faith. Releasing things and circumstances or people who are no longer feeding your soul is a part of the Fool as well. It's, I thought this person was going to be here. Maybe they're not. I thought this job was going to be here. Maybe it's not. I never thought I'd have to question this. Again, it's very emotional in July, heavily. And a lot of the things you're going to be doing are going to be blindly. Like things are going to happen. I just see events and circumstances, deck number 1, where you won't even have time to react. It's just very simple. It's just like either you're saying no or you're saying I can't do this anymore. Like it's a lot of releasing. And so when you're feeling like everything is falling apart, because I do feel either you've already went through this or you're going through it now, or you have yet to go through it if you've chosen this deck. And it's just a lot of triggering, a lot of cleaning up. And even with the Mirror card, remember how I was saying the smudge? I mean, the mirror is here, it came out. Wasn't even expecting that, but they're saying like this is very important that you see very clearly the truth of the reality. Okay, so this is some deep emotional things that you guys are going to be uprooting. It seems like a love situation as well. Now this could be you, this could be someone else that you're dealing with, but there's a lot of dreaming here. There's a lot of concern, there's a lot of worry here. And so you're going to be challenged also to find yourself to be your greatest best friend in July, deck number 1. And that's okay. Spiritual strength, it's to build your spiritual strength. So again, if people are being removed, and this is the 9, it's the last thing before completion is your spiritual strength is what they're saying. And it's like, if things are happening and people are being removed, it is to get you back to you. You know, sometimes with things going on, they become distractions. And I'm really feeling like you're gonna understand by the end of July why the hell all of this had to happen and all of the situations that are occurring. It's gonna start making sense. The picture is not very clear right now, but the storm is almost over. It's just forcing you to have to get back to you, which is giving you even more strength. This person is very calm. The waves are gonna start calming at the end of July for you. Prosperity will begin. And it's crazy because this came out after the spiritual strength. So nothing is by coincidence. Any message that I receive is meant to be received. And it's very important that you understand prosperity begins after your spiritual strength ends or starts. Passion will be ignited and fulfillment of wishes. And so again, the picture, what they're showing me is that the picture becomes clear. And once the picture becomes clear and there's a higher understanding of the events and circumstances that take place in this month, you will see why it had to go, why you had to go, why you had to stay. Some of you are staying. A lot is being revealed in July. And it's all to get to the desires of your heart, the fulfillment of your wishes. So remember, you were missing that fire, right? You were missing that energetic pull. It's like what you're searching for is being found in July. But again, it's still not clear at the end of July. Okay, hopefully going into August and September, things will become even more vividly clear. So this is a beautiful message. Let's see what your last... Okay, perfect. Trustworthy guidance. This is your last overall guidance for the month of July. Okay, so you've received a wonderful idea to an answer to your prayers. This idea is trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything that you need related to this idea. So, a lot of inspiration once you're following the things that you know you are to follow. The Fool card, some of you are like, but if it doesn't, like there's so but ifs, there's so many ifs. And with the Fool card, a situation's gonna happen and it's just gonna cause you to take a leap of faith into the things that you wish you had the courage and the bravery to have done in the previous months. And so this trustworthy guidance is trying to guide you to prosperity, to passion, and fulfillment of wishes, to new beginnings. And they're both financial beginnings and also beginnings in passion for life. So I'm really hoping that this gave you guys some clarity. It's gonna be a little rocky. It's gonna be a little wavy in July, but it is going to be worth it. Coming out of July, you will have a much more vivid understanding of what's going on. So don't forget to comment down below so I can get some words of encouragement back to you guys per usual. And again, we're doing this new thing that if you happen to scroll across a comment and it pulls you, it's the same thing that it pulls you when you're picking your pick a card reading. That is intuition. Share a message. Maybe just smile on an emoji on someone else's comment to uplift them. It has been amazing to see you guys encouraging one another. So please feel free to do that as well. And I'm going to see you guys really soon with my next video because I'm feeling like there's going to be some really important messages for the rest of the year. All right, headed on to deck number 2. All right, if you guys chose deck number 2, this is your reading in what to expect for the month of July 2020. Also, if you guys chose this stone, it is probably because this month for you, what I was feeling is going to be about becoming and doing. So this represents the solar plexus chakra, the yellow, and this is all about doing and confidence and assurance. So there's going to be a lot of actions that are necessary in the month of July for you, deck number 2. Your commitment is being tested. How can you mother yourself? And let's see who you are becoming. Wow, much more confidence here. I feel like there's a lot of wands energy, so a lot of fire energy. You could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. If not, you could have it in your chart heavily, but you are coming into Sagittarius energy or fire energy. This is much more confidence, much more assurance. It feels like in this month, from June to July, you have been feeling a lot more clarity on what is necessary. But I'm going to talk about that later. I'm going to get to this because this is going to be really, really heavy on some of the things that you're learning about yourself in July. So I want to see who you're becoming. There's so much beauty here. There's so much fire. There's so much like just confidence that is blaring out in July, which is really good energy. And also just spiritually becoming more of who you are, spending some time. You could be a Virgo also because we have Virgo energy here, and spending some time to yourself. It seems like you're focused also in July. Like, I'm going to take care of myself with the mothering yourself and your commitment. That's what's being tested in July, is your commitment to yourself. That's what it's about. That is definitely what it's about. It's about self-esteem. It's about confidence. It's making sense for me. All of these cards are just in perfect alignment. There is just this glow to you, and it's because some of you have found yourself or are finding yourself. And that's a beautiful nightmare, can be, just finding yourself. And it's fun because you're learning more and more about your soul. And sometimes it could be a little scary too, because there's things unknown still about you, things unknown to what it is that you want to do in life. Okay, so this is really good energy. Spending time alone, being focused. It seems like you're focused also on finances for this month of July. It looks like we have the Eight of Cups. Some of you may have walked away from something, someone, some place. We have a lot of emotions here on the board. Some of you are gonna get that fire back. So if you're not feeling confident, you're like, it's July, I'm not feeling it yet. It's going to spark up. Some of you, the spark is a little bit smaller because of the things this year kind of just really beat you up, is what I'm feeling. For those of you who are not feeling this confidence just yet, but you're becoming into this. So it's like again, they're saying becoming and doing. So while most of you will be doing, you're all connected if you chose this group, because you're behind those people doing it, and you're still going to be following the movement of being more assertive, being more confident, having a glow to you. So some of you, if you're not feeling this just yet in July, it is because the spark is very, very small, because there was a lot of like loss of hope, whether in what you could do or what could transpire in this year. With the heavy energy, you could also be an empath, because it's like you're battling. You're one person and super inspiring and wanting to do all of these things with your life, and then in one side, it's a lot of heaviness. So I'm seeing that there's a lot of balance and things that have happened this year. It really took a toll on you. And that's also what's going to be used to light the fire under you. That's also what's going to be used for you to become the phoenix that rises. Okay, so I'm really feeling that, and I'm feeling like there's a lot of you. I'm gonna just say some messages, and if it resonates, then that's perfectly fine, because they're giving me specific messages for this deck. Okay, so you guys are definitely connected. A lot more studying is necessary this July. More studying of the spirit, of the soul. What makes my heart glow? What lights up my heart? And now it's about spending time for yourself, just getting into that zone, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, getting into some more health things. I feel like for some of you guys, 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups again. So it seems like there is some love situation that is going on in July, and it's what they're saying is to choose yourself over this connection right now. Like, don't put too much into this connection if you're uncertain, if it's up and down, because I'm feeling like the energy is up and down, or it's uncertainty. They're saying that this is still, even though this person is a part of your life and will be a part of your life, they're saying that it's now time to choose yourself. That's powerful. And it's not that you're saying I'm choosing to be single, because that's not what they're saying. You could still be in a relationship and choose yourself. This is about nurturing yourself, putting you on the calendar, putting an hour out of your time into a calendar and saying, this is the time that I date myself. This is the time that I pour back into me. Okay? So that's what they're saying. In this month, it is time to choose you. It's time to choose you. All right. So there's like some off and on communication, a lot of things going on in this love situation. And that's why they're saying right now, let it work itself out by still choosing yourself. Let things naturally work out if they need to work out. The wheel. You're also breaking cycles. The higher self, or whatever you choose to follow, is trying to break this cycle of the perception of what you see in yourself. That's very particular. The way you see yourself is not your greatest version. They're trying to also release things that are not pouring into your soul. It seems like it's like about the soul this month, for sure. And so those things, those people, those situations, those circumstances, some of you guys are going to have some business ideas as well coming through for July. For those of you who are looking to do something outside of corporational work, there's also cycles. So let me just touch on this real quick. It's about career. It's like your perception also around finances is going to change in July. It's no longer about how much money I can make. It's more so about how much fulfillment I can have. All right. So it's about joy and stability. You're learning differences in career. You're learning to change your perspective on career. So some of you guys are going to be getting curious about new ideas, new business ventures, new journeys. But most importantly, with the 10, it's about the cycle. Remember, we're in 2020. That's a new cycle, a new awakening. And not everyone is going to make it. So if you are watching and hearing my voice right now, welcome. I'm so glad that you're still here. That is something to be very, very grateful for, because next year you're going to see a lot of the fruits of your labor based on the seeds that you plant in this month and for the rest of the year. It almost feels like July is the start of a new year, a new chapter. They call it like the fiscal part of the year. Sometimes just after July things end, and that's what it feels like. In most companies, they close their books in June. So it feels like July is a new chapter. 6 of Wands. So a lot of you guys are, I'm saying, if you're not here yet, you're going to get here, because there's just so much confidence, so much beauty, so much like just accomplishments are happening right before you, like recognition wise. All right, so let's see what else we have here. Clinging to the past. So some of you are releasing the past, even mentally, past situations that didn't work out, whether it's job, friendships, companies, projects that you've started, friendships, that a lot of friendships are ending in July. And it's like that person or those people were not meant for this next chapter in your journey. You'll see them again, but they're just not a part of this journey. Not everyone is a part of the same exact journey. We will see each other, but this route that you're taking, some of you, it's long-term situations. It's long-term friendships, or it's family members, or also just people that you were with or around for a long time. And you're just going to be like, wow, like I didn't expect that. There's going to be a lot of that in July. Okay, comparison and fighting. So this is fighting mentally. So it's like there's two people here. There's one that's like super confident, super this, and then there's one that's just a little bit confident and fighting to become this. So they're saying the reason why I keep focusing on two different groups on this deck is most of you have not got here, but you that are here came from here. You guys are all connected. So it's like you are becoming by just simply doing. You're learning to be the person that you want to be and not settling for something other than that. And you don't have to fight. They're saying that when you're searching for yourself, remember that it's natural. It flows. It's like honey. It's soft. It's soft. No, it is very smooth. Okay, smooth like butter. Let's just say that. It's not going to be hard. Once you find that part of yourself in July, those of you who do, it's like the baton is passed and you're just for the rest of the year. This is just that start. And so they're saying, don't fight with yourself. Don't fight to become this. Just be it by simply finding yourself and knowing that that's who you are. So it's some deep stuff going on. Protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul revival. That's exactly what's happening. So once these cords are cut, once these things that need to be gone that are draining your spirit or energy, or not just, it could be a job that's just draining your energy. It doesn't have to be a person. They're saying, you have the power. It's time to call back your soul. It's time to find yourself. And finding yourself and soul happens in lifetimes. It's a beautiful journey, All right, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. So a lot of you are discovering that this is who you are, that you have so much beauty to give others. You have so much love to give to yourself and into projects, into other people. And some of you are becoming priestess, mystics, and teachers. So you might be even more intrigued into doing tarot in July, or maybe for a friend, you're doing it for a friend. Or some of you are just watching more content videos, and the more pick a card readings that you're watching, the more answers you're receiving, and you're starting to piece things together. So it is helping you become this person, and eventually you will adopt those gifts by just simply watching if you don't have the gift already. Triumph. So this is about doing now. Now it's about action, okay? Not just talking about it, but actually acting it, becoming this person. Okay, becoming this person and taking the necessary actionable steps. Okay, not just talking about it, but taking a step, even if it's a baby step. Okay, so there's a lot of movement that's necessary for you to get to financial and material changes. Some of you are looking to work for yourself. Some of you are looking for that dream job, that dream house. Okay, we have emotional loss. Let's see what that's about. An emotional withdrawal. I feel like some of you, this is what you've been through, right? Emotional withdrawing, kind of taking some time to yourself, hermit mode, focusing on yourself, just saying that I want to start this business, this project. I'm gonna invest in myself by spending time with myself and creating something for myself, okay? For myself. That's the beauty of it, okay? It's time for you. So all of the things that you thought you lost, you're getting ready to reclaim also in July. For a lot of you, it's just like, it's starting to make sense. And once you just release it and you tune back in with your soul, get to that meditation, make sure that you're balancing yourself, even if you're in a relationship. And solar plexus chakra, like I was saying earlier, this is about doing. Solar plexus chakra. So I said that you guys were choosing this stone. It's about confidence, self-esteem. It's about high power. Who are you? The energy that you have to influence. It's greater than what you even know. So that's why it's important for you to follow your soul. Okay? So we have triumph, financial, material changes just by doing. Just by saying, okay, I said I was going to do this for some months now. And now it's just about doing it. Writing it down, that's why it's so important to write things down that you want to manifest, is simply an active action of doing, not just thinking, but doing. So it's all about that in what you're doing. And then they're bringing to me again the 6, you're climbing to the top. They're saying comparison is none. There's no need to compare yourself. The only person you have to focus on is yourself. As you begin to climb, releasing limited beliefs, you go higher and higher, okay? There's no sense of comparing. There is no one like you to compare. As you see, it's a tree and a plant. There's no comparison here, okay? No comparison. So that's what they're saying. There's no comparison with who you are. You are unique in your own perspective. Once you see that and you own that, and it becomes, I'm telling you, it's like a whole new you. Just so confident, so much fierce, so much, just everything is changing. Last card, release and surrender. Okay? Release what, universe? Release what, tarot priest? Those limiting beliefs that are keeping you stagnant, that are telling you that you are not really greater than you actually are, that oh, maybe this will take too much time, or maybe I missed the opportunity. Release those thoughts. Release them so new opportunities can come. We shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your arms and hands and heart to our love and assistance. So what they're showing me, again, your hand, if it is closed, it is going to be hard to receive with closed hands. Release, even financially, okay? Do not be afraid to spend money. They're saying that. I don't know who you are, but that's what they're saying. Do not be afraid to spend money. You are an abundant person. And there's going to be a lot of changes financially with the way that you see money and the way that you're budgeting and investing going into August. So pay attention to that as well. All right, so if you guys chose deck number 2, this is your reading and what to expect for the month of July 2020. Per usual, don't forget to post your comment down below. If you happen to cross another comment and you see it, like it, let them know that, you know, we're in this together, encourage them, and bring some peace and some unity into the comment section. Now, I'm going to be back with another video very quickly because I'm feeling amazing, and I know that there's a lot of messages that I got to get back to you guys. So I'm going to move on to deck number 3, but I'm going to see you very, very shortly. All right, if you guys chose deck number 3, this is your reading. This is your reading and what to expect for July 2020. So you guys chose the Rose Quartz. It seems like we're going to be doing some love talk in this message, but also some encouragement. There's a lot of emotional things that are happening in July, so I'm really excited to see what the messages are for you guys. Let's start off with who you're becoming. All right, 2. So you're having to make a decision. We have the 2 of Wands. You guys could be fire or have fire, a lot of fire in your chart, or learning to become more fierce or fiery is what they're saying. Fury in your life. More energy, more beauty, more confidence. Look, we have the 2. There's so many decisions happening. Finances and energetically, where to spend your money, where to put your energy. It seems like a lot of us are going through the same thing. Every deck seems to have some similarity going on. We're all becoming one, merging with this higher awakening that's happening right now. So it's a lot of abundance that's happening in your life and what you're becoming, and learning more about manifesting it for yourself and not having to depend on another person to do it. There's a lot of independence here also, but a lot more clarity in you being able to make a decision, whatever decision that is necessary for you to grow. Yeah, 2, 2, 2. It's interesting because we have decisions in who you're going to be, who you want to be. They're saying to make a decision on who you want to be this month time. It's a new beginning. It's the next pair of 6 months. So it's a new start. They're saying it's time to choose who you want to be and what you want to do, and understanding that you're a manifester and you can create the reality that you desire. But the disconnect is the intuition, the intuitive part. We have the High Priestess here, which is a very high major arcana card for someone who has good intuition or someone who needs to have better intuition. So let's see what that's about. Friendliness, another 2. Look at this. So many decisions and choices and directions. So many. We have 1, 2. You might see 2, 2, 2. You might see that often. They're saying it's time to make a decision so that your next chapter can begin. Totality, the rivalry. So the things that are creating conflict in your life, it's time to kind of subside them, so that you can come to a complete totality of understanding and starting a new chapter. They're saying that it's going to be extremely hard to start this new chapter hanging on to beliefs financially that are not going to promote prosperity, and then also your energy. We have the 7 of Swords, a lot of trust in yourself. Now, this is interesting, deck number 3, because emotionally, there has been a lot of breaking trust. there has been a lot of conflict. And this conflict comes from trying to keep people that are not supposed to be kept in this level. There's a lot of releasing happening in July, but what they're saying is there is a need to release because you cannot start the next chapter. And it's not that these people, this person, this job will not come back. It is just simply not the time, is what they're saying. There needs to be more certainty here about who you are and what you want. Also, yeah, getting out of the past, letting things go that have happened in the past. Even if you're looking to start a new relationship or a new beginning in your life, it is necessary for you to follow the light. As you see, she's following the fairy into what? Joy, happiness. This is almost like a revolving door. So you're going through the door this time, and you're not going around. You're going through this time, is what they're saying. Before, it's been around and around with these decisions. Around and around, playing with these decisions and giving others the benefit of the doubt. So it's time to trust your intuition, so that there may be some blockages here in the heart chakra specifically, because your emotions tend to get the best of you. And the emotions are great, but you're learning balance and being able to have clarity, because the emotions create this fog so that you can see through the madness. So the events and circumstances that happen in this month, it is necessary for you to take time away for yourself. It's like 2 days. I don't know if it's a weekend. I don't know if you're shutting your phone off or you're not on social media as much. It just seems like it's necessary for you to gain the clarity that you need to move forward in this next chapter. Because there's a lot of abundance. Yeah, confidence is your key to success. Leo energy here. A lot of fire energy, like I said. A lot of you have already made these decisions. Knight of Swords, and a lot of you have not. So confidence is your key to success. Look at the bottom of the deck. Have confidence. Have confidence. Now, what they're saying is confidence. Okay, I'm going to read this card, but what my guides are saying is that confidence comes from knowing who you are. It doesn't come from opinions of others. It doesn't come from people telling you that you're great. It comes from within. It's an internal finding of yourself in order to have this confidence. So that's what I'm feeling that my people are saying. All right, let's see what else is here. Nothing is yet set in stone. Exactly. Remember I said it's not like these things are not going to come back around, but the next time they come back around, they will be completely changed and completely shifted. Okay, so you're going to notice a lot of differences if people have already come back. Remember, it is Mercury retrograde, so people are coming back. People are coming back to make amends. People are coming back to release. People are coming back to say, you hurt me. People are coming back to say, I'm proud of you. People that have hurt you in the past are coming back to say, I'm sorry. There's a lot of things coming in, but it's important to know that nothing is set in stone. And that's why they're saying that. Just because you let go now does not mean that it is not going to happen again, because nothing is set in stone and energy is always changing. So it is about having confidence in knowing who you are. Okay. You're going through transformation, but a funny story is there was a situation where they put a lion in a cage with 3 different horses. They opened up the cage and the horses started racing, but they wanted to see if a horse was faster than a lion. Well, guess what the lion did? Nothing. You know why? Because it knew that it was a lion. Why do I have to prove myself to you? I'm a lion. I am what I am. Why would I have to try to be something that I already am? What do I get from proving to you guys that I'm faster than the horses? I know. And that's the important thing. That's what they're saying. I know what I'm capable of and what I can do. And that's why confidence is the key. Leo energy, okay? And we have the lion. So funny story there, but that's who you're becoming. Transformation. So things at a cellular level are changing, but also a necessary need of healing is coming back to the surface so that you can be whole. Because this universe, God, whatever you believe, is not going to desire you to be whole and carry all of the things that have burdened you from the past or that have prevented you from the future. Share your voice. Some of you have really big gifts here. Lots of big gifts, lots of finances, lots of abundance, lots of luxury, lots of that in your life. Okay, some of you love to express yourself through material things, and that is also a part of who you are and a part of who you're becoming. Okay, so share your voice, come out of the cave. Do not be afraid of persecution is what I'm hearing as well. What people will say, how people will judge, what are their opinions. Some of you who are starting YouTube channels or new projects in your life, what are the people saying in the comments? No one's subscribing. Are the views going up? Not to focus on what people have to say about you and your expression. Your expression is a specific, this is what they're saying. Your expression is a specific blueprint on the world. You have your own imprint, is what they're saying. You will leave something behind, whether you affected your family. And let me just tell you guys something. It doesn't have to be something extravagant. For some of you, it's definitely extravagant. A lot of you have very big dreams that have chosen this deck. And July is all about discovering yourself and those dreams with it. Your dreams are the DNA to your soul. You know what, guys? If you are hearing all of these quotes that are coming out that they're giving me, just go ahead and tag me in my Instagram with the quote so I can know what I'm saying, because I never watch these back. And honestly, I'm never going to forget what I just felt right now. Your dreams are the DNA to your soul. So if you're not living your dreams, July is going to wake you up. Okay? You couldn't help it but to get here. It's just who you are. So a lot of you are going to do grand things, but I also want you to know there are such things as grand by just influencing 5 people, which could be your family, and now they influence those people, and then it spreads like a virus. That's an inspiring virus, okay? And a healthy one at that. So that is who you're becoming. You're starting to see a lot of yourself this month, awakening. I mean, and energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integrating what? The confidence, the masculine energy is waking up. Confidence, assertive, just going after it, putting actions behind it, okay? So an energetic upgrade is about awakening, and it seems like the wave came and you just grabbed it in time in July. So you'll be riding that wave for the rest of the year, meaning what you do this month is important for the rest of this year, okay? Victory and success, even if you're not feeling it, it's what you're headed to. Lots of victory, lots of success. Solitude, a need to be is what they're saying. A need to be, which means in solitude. So don't forget to take that hour or so to yourself. We have heart chakra, like I said earlier, lots of green things. For some of you in deck 3, if you chose this deck, if you're having financial hardships or blockages in your month of July, it is due to emotional things, okay? There are blockages around money emotionally that need to be released. Your feelings, like what are your emotions to money? If it's good, if it feels free flowing, that's good. But they're saying that there's also a lot of emotional blockages around how you feel or have felt about money, or feel like you have to work hard to get money, is also like a repellent, is what they're saying. There's a lot of ideas or feelings that you have that are coming from your heart. So make sure you follow your heart with your ideas, because that's the pathway to the abundance that you're seeking, is what they're saying. Stress, okay? It's like the stress and where it's coming from. It's like finding the root of that. because that is almost like another repellent to your dreams. It's hard to create when you're stressed out about how you're going to do this or how this is going to happen. And that's where the solitude comes in. Come back to solitude to just, okay, this is temporary. This is temporary. For some of you, I'm just hearing that sometimes you need to just remind yourself that this is not going to be for the rest of your life. Some of these things that you're doing, even for work, okay? This is temporary. All of the stress. The kids are at home full time. This is temporary. And even if you don't have kids, it's like just not seeing your family. It's temporary. The things that you're stressed about in general in July, remember they're saying it is temporary. Page of Cups. So it seems like there could be a new spark in love, or a spark in love for yourself first and foremost. But I also feel like your soulmate is going to be very important this month for you as well. And I'm doing a webinar on soulmates, attracting your soulmate. So look out for that pinned down below. But I'm feeling like you're going to be seeing a lot of your soulmate. And that's because when you find the soul, the mate appears. It just happens that way. You got to get back to yourself. Once you get back to yourself, everything shifts. More money is coming in. I'm seeing that money maybe have been slow coming out of June or going into July or leaving July. But again, they're trying to change and have you produce abundance. You produce better when you are happy, when you are free, even at the workplace, when you're not stressed out about everything. That's where this is coming from. They're saying we want to balance things, but you must feel good about making this money. You must feel good about these decisions, or feel good about the person that you've been waiting to come in. Start feeling good about them. And the last two cards, I think you guys have the most cards actually. So the last two cards is the Seven of Swords. That's 2. There's a lot going on here with betrayal or just, again, hurt. It is due to you moving and excelling in your life so rapidly, because some of you, it's just going to click. Soon as that happens, things just start getting moved out the way. Universe just comes and basically sweeps. That's just how it happens. And it's just because of who you are. You are going to affect a lot of people in this world. I heard thousands, okay? Even if you have 1,000 followers or 1,000 friends on Facebook, you've met 1,000 people in your lifetime. Of course you have. Just go to the airport, okay? So just remember that you don't have to, I keep hearing this so loudly, deck number 3. You do not have to become anyone else other than yourself. You're just finding yourself, and everything else will align and also get out of alignment with what you're doing because of where you're going, okay? And the universe and spirit knows that you're going to do great things. We have share your voice here. And so with that comes removing people. But I'm feeling like there's a lot of loyalty that's going to be proven in July for you. Again, that's Leo energy. July to August, there's a lot of more loyalty. The friends that are here for you in the month of July are part of your life. Okay, I'm hearing that who's in your life in July is supposed to be. And this isn't forced. This isn't just like you texted someone so they text you in July and you're like, okay, so you're in July. We're good. No, it has to be natural, right? It has to be natural and not forced. All right, so it's a lot of trust things and things that have happened in the heart chakra, like, betrayal or always feeling like you have to watch your back. There's a certain situation. It could be a new person coming in, or just the way you're seeing things. You're starting to feel these anxieties around love, or anxieties around moving forward towards the things you love or the people you love. Okay, they're saying that that's where the intuition comes in. Follow that. Your intuition will tell you when a red flag needs to go up. Your overall guidance, as I said earlier, have confidence, okay? Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean to us if your confidence wavers, and we will give you courage and faith. So a lot of the decisions that you're going to make in July will not come from emotions, will not come from thinking, but will come from just knowing that it's not the right time. This is not the right fit. This is not for me. This is not in alignment. Sometimes you have to just close your eyes and ask yourself, and just spend some time thinking and take your time with decisions this month, guys. I'm hearing that too. Okay? Take your time. Don't feel pressured to make decisions. So, if you guys chose deck number 3, this is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to comment down below so I can get some words of comment back to you. And also, if you happen to tread past another comment, please do just like it or give them a happy emoji or encourage them, because I want to spread more positivity and uplifting messages on my channel. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, I'll see you shortly. I have a video coming very, very soon. So I will see you then. Moving on to deck number 4. All right, if you guys chose deck number 4, this is your reading and what to expect for the month of July 2020. All right, so if you guys chose this stone, this is all about the heart chakra. I was picking up heart chakra energy, but we're gonna see what we get into. It seems like a lot of emotional things are occurring in July. So, who you're becoming, a lot of awakening happening, a lot of standing your ground, a lot of strength coming to you in the month of July. So we have some fire energy on the board. You could be Aries, Sag, or Leo. I know that Leo season is coming, so it's probably your energy, Leo. I've had your energy in a couple of other decks very strongly too, so I feel like there is a lot of tension happening with everything going on in the world, and birthdays occurring and celebrations being postponed and things like that. And so I feel like this is forcing you to also have to tune in and to look in. So you're getting ready to discover a lot. We have Scorpio energy also here about yourself. So it's very beautiful, and it's not with your eyes that you're discovering this. As you notice, eyes are closed, mask, mask. That's another thing. It's like who's who in July because of all of this mask talk. It's so weird the way that they're bringing in this message for you. Now, let's just see where you currently are going to be facing a lot of changes in your life occurring in July. Very pivotal month for you. It seems like an emotional pit stop is what it feels like. Page of Swords, a lot more clarity, a lot of endings happening. As you see, the Phoenix is getting ready to fly. That is you. But it took a lot of things that needed to be burned in order to get here. It seems like a very deep message. Ace of Wands, it's also, some of you are going to feel a spark of energy, but I'm really feeling like this is a shadow work type of month for you. So a lot of emotional things. Mercury retrograde, I would look into that also, because I feel like it's going to highly affect you energetically and mentally. Okay, there's a lot more need for clarity in what it is that you're doing. What is it that they're supposed to be doing? Aligning your life and getting grounded. I didn't even know what question to ask. I just knew like there has to be some reason why you're going through this emotional toll in your life, and it is to get grounded. You're an empath. Get grounded because of not just your life, but we're all connected to the world. And so you will feel imbalanced or out of balance if you don't get grounded. In fact, this is probably one of the decks. This is the deck that I resonate the most with. So I'm feeling, I already know we are all going through the same exact changes, just different levels and different places. And so all of the shadow work that didn't get finished in the last year coming into this year, it's like just cleaning it up. Like it's, what I'm seeing is it's like just sweeping, but it's not a lot. So it's not like there's so much that's here for you to do. It's just a little bit of sweeping and getting back to you, getting back in tune. And also, you know, with everything happening in the world, you will notice you may be drained or affected more. So if you're wondering why you're feeling a lot of different energy, it's because of the necessary need to ground yourself and unplug yourself. Okay, I'm sensing that you may feel like taking a break or fasting from some people in July, or certain situations, or even the internet. Okay, so there's something more for you to know. There's something more for you to know. Letting go. So this is some emotional things that may have happened. Some of you could be experiencing, I'm feeling like loss also. Just, this is an emotional loss. A lot of emotional things are coming to the surface. A lot of things about the people around you, the job that you thought maybe that you would be at for some time. You know, a lot of things are happening. Your favorite restaurants might be closing for good. Like there's a lot of emotional things that you're just like, oh no, not that too. You know, it's just like, oh, that too? Dang, like I didn't think that. So many things are being removed in your life, and I see some financial changes as well. Now, the financial changes that are necessary, those of you who are worrying, it will come once you align things that need to be changed and get grounded and connect. Some of you just, again, getting in nature with the trees, because even myself, I live in the city, getting into more of a natural state is going to help you, whether it's getting live plants in your home or getting something that will be able to help you spiritually, such as rocks or crystals or a small, I've been telling all of my life coaching calls that a small waterfall or something that can bring nature into your home, because remember, there's not much of it inside of the home. And I feel like that would also help ground you. You're learning a lot about yourself this month. It's like what to eat, what not to eat. It's like your body is just so sensitive this month. It's just the energy, certain phone calls, it's going to ring and you're just going to be like, oh, that's an indicator that that person is draining. Just unplug, you know? So that's what I'm just feeling. Lots of phones on do not disturb in the month of July, because it's like you are just finding clarity and getting back. So we have isolation, so that makes total sense. 3 of Swords, so this is mental things that you're getting rid of. It's like mentally just draining and has been. And it's like all you've been doing is releasing and releasing, and even that has been draining, okay? So they're saying to slow down, even in your decisions with money and projects, for some of you that you have going on, slow down, it will come. There has been also just a little bit of a lack of spark for you, just a lack of spark energetically, okay, if you have not got here yet. And it's like lack of inspiration. There's like a period, a drought. And it's because those things needed to be dealt with. Those things needed to be ended and closed so that you can have a much more mature perspective. A lot of maturity also in the month of June. It's like, it's not even childish things. It's just you're being so damn mature about it because you just don't want to deal with a lot of this stuff that has been draining you. It's about finding that peace again, finding peace. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. I love it. So the real you, it's like show the world the real you. Who are you? Or what are you? So there's a need to be free. Remember that we are also in the age of the Aquarius, as some would say. And so that is more about freedom and rebellion, but rebellious in a good thing. I want to say though, this isn't about freedom the way that I usually say it. This is about freedom from your mind, freedom from yourself, freedom from feeling like you have to worry about lack, freedom from feeling like you have to worry about protecting your energy all the time. It is about knowing who you are. Once you know the real you and the you will understand that protection is not meant for you. Protection is not a job meant for us. It is meant for the universe to protect us. To the magnitude in which you are worrying is nothing you can do about that. So it's like letting that go and trusting more. So it's a different type of freedom, okay? We also have prosperity lies ahead, Taurus energy. So they're saying that it's important to have a plan. It's important to take this time to have a plan. And when you're planning this time, don't make it a to-do list. Don't make it something where you're like, okay, all of the things that I have to do. No, that's not spirit. That is just us trying to survive in the present moment of society. It's more so about make a plan around where you want to go. Start looking at these pictures. Start visiting these homes. It doesn't matter if you don't have the finances in the account. Still walk in your walk. Still be who you... I'm saying, like, you have to know who you are, okay? So don't worry about that. I used to go all the time, and I, you know, I'm just chill, laid back. Even when people notice me in public, they'll tell you I'm just very, very laid back for the most part. And honestly, the reason why I'm saying that is because I know who I am. So I don't need all of the extras. And so, you know, sometimes people, they judge you based on what you look like. And they don't know that, you know, they're very successful or they have a YouTube channel. And I don't really tell people that, but the reason why I'm saying that is when you know who you are, you just walk in it. You just go to the car dealership and look at the dream car. You just like, okay, so what? Okay, so it's how much and this much down. Okay, cool. I'll be back. Right? It's that type of energy that you're finding. This is a journey though. For you guys who have chosen deck number 4, this is a journey that you're on, and I'm just showing you where you're going. These places, these dreams, these vivid dreams that you're having, or vivid feelings you're having about, I feel like something good's gonna happen. I feel like that is the truth. That is what is going to happen. So when you're making your plan, base the plan around where you're going and not where you are, because you will not be there for much longer. You are shedding your old self. You won't even be the same person in the next few months, okay? Moving on, again, in hope. It's very important that you follow the light and you have hope and you understand just because you're letting things, people, situations go does not mean you are losing something. Don't think of it like that. You're moving on in a slow, steady pace wins the race into prosperity that's lying ahead in the life that you are desiring to live. Remember that your manifestation is fueled by your hope. Low hope, low energy in the tank. Just if you have low hope, your gas tank is on E. Your spiritual tank is on E, okay? And they're saying that the third eye chakra is waking up, but it took you to unplug, to get out of your emotions, to get here where you can say, okay, who am I and why am I here? Because I know it's not to do this. That is your third eye awakening. That is your spiritual awakening unfolding. Sometimes it could be scary because it's like you're barely opening it. It's like a newborn baby. Sometimes the first thing a baby does is what? Cry, doesn't know where it's at, doesn't know what's happening, what's going on, what lifetime is this, right? It's the same thing as you. When you wake up, you will start to see things much more clearly, and not from a typical perspective. This will be, okay, that's why I had to move on. Got it. That's why I had to let that go. Got it. Makes sense. That's where I'm seeing you guys are. And the third eye chakra is you do have an ability intuitively that you're waking up to, if you haven't already. Taking back authority of your life. 10 of Pentacles. So you have a lot of prosperity ahead. We have a lot of 10s, a lot of completions, a lot of new cycles, a lot of old cycles closing out. But we are the world. You're understanding that we are the universe. All of us together make this universe. So you're learning higher perspective spirituality. You're learning, holy crap, I think I'm having a revelation in July. Okay? It's just because you're becoming who you are. There is a lot of work to be done before you can feel fulfilled in a long-lasting way, but you are slowly getting there. It's just a lot of turmoil. Man, it's heavy. We have 3 swords, 1 going right through the swan. It's going to take some time to heal. This is a deeper wound, is what they're saying. Deck number 4, this is a deeper wound. This will take a little bit more time to heal. Okay, let me see what your overall guidance is. Heart chakra. Okay, yeah. Yeah. The vision that you once had of your future is shifting, and that's okay. Be open to the adjustments. They are better. They are what's best for you. That's why it's so important that you get into tune with who you are, so that you can connect with Source, and Source can deliver these messages to you. Right now, I'm kind of like the adapter to you getting this message from Source, but they're saying that you have the same ability to go directly to Source for your answers. Okay? Lots of dissatisfaction in life, the 4 of Cups, a lot of reflecting is the word, reflecting. 4 of Cups, a lot of reflecting, but in this period of reflecting, you will find a little bitty spark, a little flame. That's you. And that flame will grow, and it will get bigger, and it will get bigger. This is the start to your journey. This is about you. And Three of Cups, a celebration. I feel like deck number 4, there's going to be a huge turnaround for you in this month is going to prove that. It's a little hard, okay? Love is at the matter of the heart. Your heart is at the center within your physical being attuned most to love. It's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. A lot of needs, a lot of feeling like you have to protect your energy, protect yourself. The universe says that job is too heavy for you to handle, to carry. That job is too heavy for you to carry. All I need you to do, they're saying, is be in tune, and we will show you the way. Okay? So it's like, you know, putting yourself out there in anything. It could be a project. It could be trying something new. It could be just putting yourself out there and always feeling like something goes wrong or something hurts, or, you know, why am I going through this again? Isn't this done? The work is never done because there's many levels to this lifetime. And so you will understand a lot more about spirituality. And again, spirituality is just a fancier word for being in tune with your soul. In the 3D, we call that the heart. Okay? So we call it the heart. In spirituality, it is the soul. It is something we cannot see, but we feel it is there. So your outlook on spirituality is getting ready to change in the month of July. It is going to help you find the way. And you will know the way. And that is simply because you are finding the real you. Okay? So in this month, the biggest message for you is to understand that this is for a greater purpose. You cannot see it just yet, but that does not mean it is not. 1717 on my clock. Pay attention to 1s, 4s, and 2s. Repetitive numbers. And again, not cheating and saying, okay, 11, 10, and setting timers to see it. This is by coincidence only. That tells me do not force things in your life. Allow them to happen, and then it will feel better to say, 11, 11, versus, oh, the alarm is reminding me. Okay, 11, 11. When things happen by coincidence, there's excitement there. There's mystery there. Don't take out the mystery because you feel like you have to control the outcome. Okay? So you guys got this. You have the strength, and you will find it going into August. Some of you guys, it's lingering a little bit over into August, so come back for August predictions. But I'm really feeling like it's important that you just understand that this is for the bigger picture and the best desires of your heart. So if you guys chose deck number 4, don't forget to comment down below so I can get some inspiring words to you guys, some words of encouragement, specifically number 4. If you see anyone else that is a number 4, uplift them, encourage them, let them know, look, we're all in this together. We're all in this. Like, you guys are literally one. All of you who have chosen deck number 4. So if you do see someone put hashtag deck number 4, just encourage them if you have the time, if you're scrolling by, and say something uplifting. In the meantime, I have another video coming for you guys, so stay tuned. I'm feeling much better now, and I can't wait to get these messages of the spiritual awakening happening with Mercury in retrograde on top of that. That's like a whole nother level of Jumanji. So we're going to see what happens. I'll see you guys in the next video. Love and light to you guys always. Stay encouraged, stay inspired.